What is going on, everybody? This is our
15th episode.
15th episode of the Will and Tyler Show. Sorry, I'm eating again. I just got off of work.
It's kind of become a podcast staple at this point.
Yeah.
It adds our own little flavor.
I put some hot sauce on these fries. So I forgot how hot the hot sauce is. But I'm Tyler.
Will.
As you guys know, Will, take over while I try to cool my mouth down.
All right, so we're going to recap our scores here. So last week, I went 7-7. Tyler went 10-4. That brings our season totals to Tyler's is 67-39, and my total is 58-38. We'll go through a little bit later after we cut to a special segment we have, which probably the biggest guest we've had so far, Will and Tyler Show history, if you want to call it that. We got Brett Clatterbaugh for an interview, so we've got, after this, we're going to have 16 minutes of myself and Brett talking, just going through some of his stuff as an athlete, as a scholar as well. So we'll cut to that here, and then we'll come back afterward with some picks and some giveaway announcements.
All right, everyone. So we're back with a special guest here. Below me, or next to me on the screen, we have Brett Clatterbaugh. He's class of 2025 at Eastern View High School. 4-star recruit. He's got offers from Georgia, Ohio State, bunch of ACC and SEC schools. You can go ahead and introduce yourself if you like, Brett.
Yeah, I'm Brett Clatterbaugh. Like you said, I'm a class 20, primarily getting recruited to play linebacker at the next level. Many interests from many different schools across the country. I also big on wrestling. So we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah. So kind of piggybacking right on that, talking about how you getting recruited for linebacker, but also big on wrestling. So my question is, like you said earlier, you're a 4-star athlete. You've got offers from all these big D1 schools. You're also a 2-time state champion wrestler with, you said earlier, a 70-something-4 record. That's pretty impressive. So my question to you is, do you see yourself continuing with wrestling? Kind of how we see like a lot of college, kind of like linebackers do. They do college ball, but they also do D1 wrestling. We see that with a lot of athletes.
I'm in college. I think for me and myself, football, college sports, regardless, especially at the different Division I level, take up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Year round. It's just hopefully that runs into Christmas time or a little after playing in a bowl game, and right after that we're rolling into spring training, summer lifts, stuff like that, and it's kind of like a never-ending process. So having to focus on school, one, that's big for me. Get a degree, play football at the highest level I can to my goal since I was a little kid is to make it to the NFL. Try and fulfilling those dreams, and then trying to throw in wrestling on top of it, which is another contact tied to men's sport. If you want to call a season like right after football, it's a winter sports season. So for me, it's going to be football at the next level, solely football. I have some interest for wrestling too. Colleges reach out to wrestle. Some of them, but at the end of the day, I'm going to focus and really devote my time to football.
Okay, all right. So another question I got for you. So obviously, some of the schools you've toured have these state-of-the-art football facilities, or just facilities for any athletics they have. Has this kind of leaned you towards some schools compared to others, just because you've seen how they treat the players?
That has something to do with it. That's not everything for me. But health, durability. If you're durable, if you stay on the field, that's the ability to play is your biggest asset. So, obviously, that means a lot to me. But that's not everything. And as we look into these, these big facilities all have state-of-the-art recovery equipment, training facilities, stuff like that. So it's kind of just like, you can utilize, everybody's got it. So it's not, some of them might not have to the greatest extent as others, or some of them might do it a little different than But at the end of the day, you know, the facilities, the treatment of the kids, you know, the things you do in your spare time, the players' lounge, the locker room, they all have that to a great extent.
Okay.
So, for me, it's when it's focusing on a school, it's focusing on a school where I can pursue the degree I want the best with, a good program. Um, it's where I, focus on the stuff you cannot change, the location of the school, the environment of the school, you know, big town, small town, things that about the university, and then coaches too. I'm not focusing my where I'm going solely on coaches because, as we know, they change every day.
Yeah.
They can leave, they can come in, come out, but I'm going to go to a school where I feel like I can be developed as a player and as a person.
Okay.
So those are like kind of my main points when looking for a school.
Gotcha. Okay. Now we've gotten to that school subject. Have there been any schools that this might sound? I don't want this to come across as egotistical for you or anything like that, but you're surprised that maybe they haven't sent an offer to you, or maybe there's something in the works with them.
No. Every school has their fit,
Yeah.
their idea of who they want at that position or what kind of player they want at that position, and every player does it a little different.
I got you.
You you have your your mold of players that just some players like in my position, some players might play fast in coverage, or some players might play hard downhill, or some players you know might could do just a little bit of both, or where what that college, what that university is looking for to fit their scheme and their style the best. And some of them have that I visited and that I've been to haven't pulled the trigger, and a lot of them have. So,
Okay.
but for me, I'm not offer chasing anymore. Um, I've got as many as I need to pick from. All you need is one really.
Yeah.
So now it's just kind of refining, deciding the best fit for me.
I got you. And now, so kind of talking about that best fit. So you've received, I believe it's 20 offers from some very impressive Division I schools. I mean, Georgia, Ohio State, stuff like those. Were there any of those that really
Right.
surprised you? Or like, wow, this is something I never dreamed of? Or is there something? I mean, obviously, you've set yourself up for success. You've taken the
Right.
time, but has there been any school or any program where you're like, this blew me out of the water that I'm able to maybe partially be a chance or have a chance to be a part of this?
Um, you know, I will say like my first offer, Old Dominion, was that was like a relief point, a dream come true kind of thing. Um, it's something I've been working for a long time. That's not a huge school. It's not the best school. It's but they are definitely one I could say that was just you know very surprising, and thank you because it was the first one.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State, um, talking in person, with Ryan Day and James Laurinaitis and their coaching staff, and it's Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're a perennial powerhouse. They produce great players. Um, Clemson. Clemson was a big one for me because of their style of going about recruiting and giving offers and stuff. I think they're one of the ones with the least amount of they give out the least amount of offers per year. So some schools might give out, you know, on the upwards of 200-300 offers to one class. And I think where you might have checked Clemson lower way under 100.
Okay.
Getting that one was like, they believe in me as, one of those kids worthy of getting an offer like that. Um, Georgia is the reigning national champs. It's the best team in the country. Um, Going down there, seeing that atmosphere, seeing that environment, that one was um, like no other. There was that offer was like, wow. I
Yeah.
just got offered by the best school in the country. Um, they all of them have their factor of each one of them. Like there's another one like when Notre Dame comes up to you and says, you know, I'm a good enough player to go there, and I also have good enough grades to go there.
Yeah.
That's a big one too. Just little things that each university has different. I was like, wow, that's awesome to hear. And I don't know, give it the wow part of it. You know what I mean?
I got you. So visiting all these schools, you just talked about meeting Ryan Day, all these really renowned coaches, these renowned programs. I know you talked a little bit earlier, getting mainly recruited from backer, but are these coaches talking any other ways they might utilize you? I know now you're kind of used as a tight end a little bit, sometimes maybe a running back, fullback option. And have they told you anything they want to see in these last 2 years of your high school career going forward before you make your final decision with college?
Um, I've been mentioned mainly, sticking on the defensive side of the ball. Um, and that's where my passion's at. Um, I've been, told I played right where I'm playing now, inside linebacker. Um, I've told, I've got the frame and the size and, put on a little bit of weight and play, like a strong side defensive end. I've even been pitched the option, 50, 60 pounds and going down to three technique and different things like that, different ways they could utilize me. And at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever they feel is best for me
Yeah.
and where I can play the most. You know what I mean? So that's really where that's at. And, and, for my last, ending up this year, finishing up this year, and going into next year, it's really just, showing, not that I don't already, but showing, keep playing hard,
Yeah.
regardless of the circumstance. And it's play for your team. Do whatever helps your team the best and just keep playing fast and hard and, you know, show your love for the game, as much as possible and, do everything in your power to accomplish your team goals and some of your personal goals and stuff like that.
Okay. So kind of answer the next question I had for you about you like being used more on defense. Is there a reason you prefer defense maybe compared to offense?
Yeah, I just, I grew up loving defense more. Always loved just going after the ball, hitting people, flying around.
Yeah.
I wasn't the most, finesse guy. I was just more of like go right after you kind of and defense. I'm listed right now at 6'2", 230, and when I'm playing tight end and stuff that's shorter, a little undersized for Division One tight ends and different things like that nowadays. So whatever fits me the best, and I just love going after the football. That's my thing. So I feel like that's how I can present myself the best for a university and for some coaches. So, and that's what they see too. So,
Yeah. Okay. So last question I have for you is what's your motivator both academically and athletically to either keep you pushing or that you've used to accomplish things? Because you're not only an accomplished athlete. I mean, you're state renowned linebacker. I believe you made all state linebacker last year.
yeah, I made all-state linebacker freshman and sophomore year.
Okay. Yeah. And then, but also you're a lot of things people don't realize with a lot of these schools is you have to be very athletically sound and squared away, or not academically as well. And that's something that we've seen. So, is there anything that's really your motivator for that?
Seeing what my parents, people around me have sacrificed me. The fear of letting anybody down is kind of like what keeps me going. You
Okay.
know, I've seen time and time again, people go out of their way to help me succeed, and mom and dad miss hours of work and take time off and put thousands and thousands of miles on the road and
Yeah.
just to help me chase my goals and accomplish my dreams. So that's what keeps me going.
Okay.
Um, you know, trying to repay the best I can.
So, I mean, let's obviously at Eastern View High School, there's been some D1 people. I mean, you had Braden Walker go out last year to Elon, yourself. I'm sure there's some more people that we'll see coming up in that program. That's an up and coming program. I mean, y'all are a larger school. You're dominating the conference you're in. So, playoff picture this year. Y'all are looking good. I believe you only got one loss so far this year. You thinking a deep push this year?
Yeah, I never say we're not. I don't believe or we can do it, or I'm never not gonna, hope for that deep push and think we can do it. In my head, I think we could, win it all. But um, we have some very respectable opponents
Yeah.
coming up to the playoffs, and even especially in our region. Um, I believe we have the toughest region in right, and we just got to bring our A game
Yep.
every chance we get on the field, and you're playing for your last. So
Yeah.
going out there and playing for the seniors that I know best and stuff, trying to give them that best send off, that one last ride is something, that means a lot to me. It means a lot to our team. So hopefully we can get it done.
Hey, well, good luck to you. I know I went to the opposing high school, so most of the time when I'm going to CCEV games, it's
Right.
you're doing something to one of our players and you're having a great game. But I mean, I'm happy for it, and I hope y'all can make that deep push. You got any last things you want to say before we end up here?
No, man, I appreciate it, and make sure you check out the podcast. I'll definitely repost for you guys. So
Thank you.
and I appreciate your time, and
Being on.
we'll get some more done in the future. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'll see you, Brett.
Of course. Thank you, bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.
All right, so we're back. We just finished up the interview with Brett. Now we're going to go through. We're going to do our pick'ems for Week 10.
Okay. Thursday night, we have a thriller. Panthers-Bears. I'm going Bears.
I'm also going to have to go. Tyson Bagent, I think, got that. I think he should still be throwing that ball, right?
Okay. So, Bears-Panthers, give me Bears.
I'm going to have to go Bears as well.
We got Colts-Patriots in Germany.
Let me get das gut, the Patriots.
I'm going to go Das Colts.
Das Colts. That's cold, man.
My friend, I'm very sorry. I was not German, if anything.
That was not really German, but I'll give it to you.
If anything, that was Middle Eastern. I don't know. I can't do German. I don't want to offend my ancestors. Texans, Bengals.
Let me get the Bengals.
And Cincy, I love CJ Stroud to death, but Joe Burrow's on a hot streak, and he just beat the Bills, so I'm really upset. I want the Texans to win, but I'm picking the Bengals. Packers, Steelers in Pittsburgh. Give me the Steelers.
In Pittsburgh? I'm going to take the Packers. No, I'm going to take the Steelers. I don't think the Packers got it.
Titans, Buccaneers in Tampa. I'm going to take the Titans.
I'm also going to have to go to Titans.
Ravens, Browns in Baltimore.
I mean, I think we know how this is going to go.
Yeah, as much as I want the Browns to win, it's going to be the Ravens.
Give me Lamar. And honor JTM, of course.
Of course, he did ball out. We'll
ball
talk
out.
about that later.
Yeah.
Niners, Jags in Jacksonville. I'm gonna go the upset here. I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
I'm gonna go Niners. I think it's gonna be. I think we're gonna see the collaboration, everybody that they've acquired. I think it's just gonna be a blowout. And George Kittle better get that ball because I need him to keep balling out in fantasy. But I started Dalvin Schultz last week. Got me 21 points as a tight end.
Dalton Schultz, yeah.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz. Yeah, he was low key. He be balling out. I had it.
I'm on a 3-game losing streak in my money league. I lost ever since I lost to the best guy in the league. I bet on a 3-game losing streak, and Beach just broke my undefeated season. And Beach is the last.
Beach is in last place. I've somehow made it.
You know what the funny thing is though is, my 3rd game that I lost was to the last guy in the league, and the 1st game that I lost was to Beach. This was the last guy in the league.
It's fine. He'll be eating them wings. So don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making the playoffs. I think if I win one more, I'm guaranteed a spot.
I'm 6-3 right now. I've got to be close.
Yeah, I think if you win.
If you win one more, you're guaranteed. We got some cheeks people. It goes from like 8-1, 6-3, 5-4, 4-5, and then just
2-7.
Yeah, horrible players.
So where we? Oh, Saints, Vikings.
Let me get the rocket scientist.
Yeah, I kind of want to go the Pastronaut. I think is what they were.
Pastronaut.
I think that's what they were calling the Pastronaut. So let me get Josh Dobbs. I
And
love
the pocket scientist.
Oh, that's not bad.
ESPN.
Yeah,
ESPN. For $10,000.
Tell me $10K. That's
no. Each letter.
Oh, okay.
He comes out to a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
and the spaces are $5K. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say spaces have to at least be 2.5K.
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah, at least. Okay, we got the Falcons and the Cardinals. If the Falcons don't win this one,
if the Cardinals win, I might buy the new car. In honor of Kyler Murray.
Never mind. Kyler Murray, speaking of which, I'm glad you said that. I would have completely forgot. This is his first start of the season.
I don't think it's going to go well.
I think it might. Low-key.
I think Bijan's going to get the ball at some point.
But they've been saying that Bijan needs to get the ball, that Kyle Pitts needs to get the ball, that Drake London gets the ball, and they've been saying that since week 6. Trust me, I have all of them in fantasy.
It's going to lock in. They're going to lock in against. They realize they're going up against a good person. They're like, let's play good. But when it's bad, they're like, we got to play worse than them.
If the Cardinals were playing, maybe, and no disrespect, either the Patriots, the Bears, or the Panthers, I would say the Cardinals. But because they are playing the Falcons, I think I will go Falcons.
I'm also going to go Falcons.
Because in theory, Bijan should eat, Drake London should eat.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts, I mean, he's only 6'4", 225. Why would you throw him the ball?
He's a little undersized.
Not fast enough. Only ran a 4.5 40 or 4.4 40.
I'm not driving people unless they're running a 3.9.
3.9. It took me a second.
I need some speed.
We got Lions, Chargers. I'm going Lions.
I'm also going Lions because I still have Amon-Ra in fantasy, and he's been balling out, so I'm going to go.
We got Giants, Cowboys. By the way,
I don't want anybody to win this game.
Yeah. Shout out to Cowboys fans. I got to watch you guys lose in person. Go Birds. Time to be toxic. I'll have Will put where I was sitting, just for anybody who is curious. Really good seats. Shout out to my boy Capisi. Shout out to chat. For hooking me up there. But Giants, Cowboys. If the Cowboys lose this game, your season's over.
Gary Jones has to sell the team. He might have to sell Dallas.
Yeah, the city.
Just everything. Yeah, he can't own anything in Dallas.
Yeah, no, just the city. So give me the Cowboys. They'll probably win by like 25.
Reluctantly, the Cowboys. I mean, it's a big upset. Daniel Jones after this, and that changes the whole pace.
What if it's like the Giants play better? How like the Raiders played better when they fired their head coach and then they won.
They're gonna bring this note. Will Carlton, quarterback.
Well,
New York Giants.
Danny DeVito's son? Isn't that?
No shot.
I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain that the guy.
If it's Danny DeVito's son, I'm going Giants.
Hold on.
Because you be having them Jersey Mike's ads. Oh, if it's Danny DeVito's son, I'm going Giants. And Giants by 40. I'll bet the over. They're not covering the spread.
Let me double check to see. His name is Tommy DeVito. I have no idea.
He is related to Danny DeVito. That will be the greatest thing, I think, in football history.
Oh, no. Sadly, Danny DeVito and Tommy DeVito are not related.
Well, you know what? I'm still going to go with the Giants.
I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Just for DeVito. I got to go for it.
Okay, Commanders, Seahawks in Seattle.
Is this really a question?
I don't know. Because the Seahawks, to me at least, they are such an up and down team.
Yeah, I think the Commanders are also an up and down team. They do be posting funny things when they win, but when they lose, it's just final.
Yeah, no, well, that's how all admin is.
Nah, they got to work on that. If you lose, you got to take your L. Okay. You got to flaunt your L.
Okay, you're right. Or at least post something like a highlight.
Yeah, you got. We lost, but look at this catch. Yeah, look at Sam Howell throwing a 97-yard touchdown in the air.
Yeah, something like that.
Something crazy.
Yeah, from the 3 to the goal line.
Yeah, from the 3 to the goal line.
I want to say Seahawks. I'm gonna go Seahawks.
I'm also go.
They have no defensive line now. It's just Jonathan Allen. Give me Seahawks. I'll even do a score. Give me Seahawks by 10 or by 9.5.
I ain't gonna do a score. I'm just gonna say Seahawks.
I don't know, just for fun. Jets Raiders.
Honestly,
I mean the Raiders.
I'm gonna have to go to Raiders.
They're kind of on fire now.
They still on that loud pack. Their
Yeah.
owner cut his hair. They're doing good since he cut his hair. I'm going Raiders. Once he got rid of the bowl cut, they locked in.
Yeah. Sadly, we got the Bills and the Broncos. Well, not sadly, but I'm just upset that the Bills are 5-4 and they're not even in a playoff spot. I wasn't one to believe in the. I stopped believing the Madden curse this year just because of Josh, but it's really hitting us hard.
Yeah.
And people can't say that it's not real.
It's 100% real.
So I'm gonna take the Bills though. I mean, that should be a good win.
Who are they playing?
The Broncos. Sorry, I didn't even say what team they're playing.
I'm gonna need to go with the. I'm gonna need to go with the Bills.
I think if we lose,
If you lose to the Broncos,
if we lose this game,
right,
then we start tanking and we get.
You trade Josh Allen to the Sabres and see if he can go up there.
And see if he can play hockey.
Put Tage at quarterback. Let's do a 1-2 switch.
I mean, hey, it's pretty much the biggest guy on the Sabres and the biggest guy on the Bills, so it's a fair swap.
Yeah, the jerseys would sell. You could have Tage, Chomps, and Bills jersey.
That would kind of go crazy.
That's gonna sell out every.
A Josh Allen Sabres.
A Josh Allen Sabres jersey. We might have to work with the Sabres about making that because that would.
I'm sure
that
we
would
can
go
reach
crazy.
out
We can reach out to him.
Let me see. Ooh, real fast. As a big Ohio State guy, we just won this past week against Rutgers. Wasn't a pretty win, 35-16. Wasn't pretty. Still got it done. Georgia did beat Missouri. So now all the Georgia fans can, say, "Oh, well, we beat a ranked opponent." I'm sorry. I get really passionate about college football.
Washington beat
Let me look at week 10. Yeah,
USC. Yeah, because Caleb Williams lost.
I'm trying to look for the score. Yeah, 52-42.
Yeah.
Washington beat USC.
Washington's on fire. This kind of reminds me of the Cincinnati thing. You kind of have this team. It's not always a really big team, but they got focused in and they were winning.
Louisville beat Virginia Tech 34-3. That's just for all our Virginia Tech boys.
Beatrice and Carr. Y'all took an L.
Well, I wasn't going to say all that.
Nah, I was.
UCLA at rank number 19 got upset by Arizona. Unranked 27-10. Bama squeaks by LSU.
Yeah.
42-28 doesn't sound like squeaking by, but if you watch the game, you saw that it was a dogfight in Bama.
Did Air Force win? I know Air Force is ranked high this year.
I swear I just saw it. Army beat Air Force 23-3.
What was Air Force ranked? Were they ranked?
Air Force is ranked 25. Liberty's now ranked 25.
Wow. Virginia representing. That's good.
So now, speaking of Virginia, they played the Thursday game against number 11 Louisville. Louisville's 8-1, Virginia's 2-7. Thursday at 7:30.
Yeah, UVA again, not really a football school. The only big thing we had would be beating UNC.
Yeah, but no, I just want to talk about college football since big matchup. Number 2 Georgia going up against number 9 Ole Miss. So now all the Georgia fans are saying that they're playing ranked teams. Because I will say, our argument as Buckeyes fans right now, or at least as me as a Buckeyes fan, is that we've played ranked opponents and beaten them. And up until recently, Georgia really hasn't played a bunch of ranked opponents. So,
Who's gonna write the check?
Huh?
We're gonna play Pottstown University. Here's $10 million. We're gonna whoop your team, but go buy a new library.
Yeah, the library. Yeah. Georgia plays. Where'd it go? Georgia plays Ole Miss. It seems like it's in Georgia at 7.
Okay.
Tennessee plays Missouri. That's 14-13. But one game I'm looking for, and this is big because of the Big Ten. Michigan travels to Happy Valley and plays Penn State in Penn State, number 3 against number 10.
This ain't a whiteout, is it?
I'm assuming it's only a 12 o'clock game, so it might not be. But they always usually do something, so it might be a whiteout game.
If it's a whiteout game,
it's either white, maybe
Penn State's locking in.
It's either gonna be white, all blue, or the stripes. Sometimes they do the stripes.
The stripes are tough.
Stripes is pretty.
The
cool.
Bengals did that too.
Yeah,
that was
tough. I didn't hear about. I never got a chance to watch the game because I was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I didn't see. I saw some posts afterward, and I was like, that's pretty.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty.
The angle that they posted at it was terrible.
Yeah, they could have done.
They posted it at a corner.
The most cattywampus angle.
Yeah,
to see the most skewed lines. Of the
Yeah,
world.
to see like this much of the stadium.
Yeah.
But no, Michigan and Penn State. It's hard. I want Penn State to win.
Yeah.
One, because I hate Michigan, but two, as greedy as it sounds,
Are they still on the
I like
Sooners?
Penn State. My grandfather went there. You know, shout out my grandfather. He went to Penn State, played basketball there. So I'm gonna be
Played
rooting.
basketball at Penn State?
Yeah,
This was never mentioned when I
I
went.
definitely have told you this before.
Really?
He played basketball for Penn State. Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Ohio
I mean,
State.
he is a tall dude.
Ohio State's. I don't know why I can't remember the original Ohio State football coach, but he came to my grandfather's house to try to recruit him. I can't remember his name. I seem like a casual, but it's just on the spot. Usually whenever we're talking about it.
We can eliminate Ryan Day from the conversation.
Ryan, the older coach that won a bunch of championships with us. But besides the point,
Yeah.
I'm hoping Penn State knocks off Michigan. It makes our win look a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it will just demoralize Michigan by itself. Hopefully that we can beat them this year. I definitely think we will. We play Michigan State, and we're going to be wearing those all gray uniforms,
Ooh.
and I'm really excited
Yeah,
about
those are some good
those.
looking uniforms.
So then week 12 we played Minnesota. Week 13 is when we played Michigan. So yeah. Oh, and then okay. Oh, Saturday, December 9th is the Army-Navy game. Okay.
Yeah, they usually do it, I think it's second Sunday.
Yeah,
Second Saturday in December.
So that's all done. But on the topic of football, Will has figured out our giveaway winner.
Yes.
So that is going to be going in right now.
Yeah.
So like as soon as
Somewhere around here, you're going to see a video pop up of me, and you're going to win something. So we'll cut to that right now.
All right, everybody. So it's giveaway time. I have all the names entered in a list right here. It scrolls down some. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to pick it now. All righty. The winner is Brandon. Brandon will reach out to you and get you your prize. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the giveaway winner. Now real quick, this is already, we didn't realize we were just doing we're talking about this in between cuts, but with the talking we did beforehand, Brett's part, the giveaway, so we only really have about a couple more minutes.
Yeah, we got 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
to play
10,
with
15
here.
more minutes. I'm sorry, my dogs won't stop barking, so they have to sit with me now. Shout out to Gracie and Julie. But hockey was on the
November
4th. We don't want to give too much away, but I guess being the KBHL commissioner, I won't mind giving away some sneak peeks. Will, you did beat the camera allegations.
Ball out.
You did ball out.
New stick, I'm telling you.
Pay to win.
That's been my big analysis is hockey is pay to win. That's what I've come to.
So
A little bit lighter of a stick makes it easier.
yeah, dude. We had pretty good numbers show up. We had
Yeah.
about 8 people per team, with one being the goalie.
Yep.
So me and Dash, we're gonna bust our butts. Is this going up today or is this going
Let's
up
go tomorrow.
Okay, so
about
by the
Thursday.
time you guys are seeing this, me and Dash are gonna already be working on the YouTube video. There's gonna be a random part where I just stop talking, or I start talking, and then now it's this. My dogs are barking. Obviously, we don't want you guys to hear that.
Yeah.
I just have to pretty much keep petting them to stop getting them to bark. But no, we had really good numbers show up. So probably by the time you guys are seeing this, me and Dash are going to be busting our butts to get that video up, hoping it's going to be up Friday night or Saturday night. We are going to try to figure out a way, if Will can work some magic, to where you guys see the video in the bottom right or something like that, and we can see it on my TV and have Jacob and Devin and anybody else have like a little watch party and pretty much have that be the podcast. Or that might go on the KBHL channel, either or. But no, hockey was a really, really good time.
Yeah, good turnout. Some new people that came by, some surprising athleticism and coordination.
Shout out to JTM, man.
He put some work in.
He put a crazy amount of work in, and we'll go over that more during the watch party. But no, dude, and the weather went from being like literally 32 degrees to 55.
Yeah,
like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it went from a lot of layers to
no layers. Yeah, no layers.
And it was a good fight. I mean, it's like always fun, but it was like just a better time this time. I feel like it just.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I feel like it's always good whenever I'm not yelling, and I
can agree with that statement.
I only yelled. You guys won't ever see it, but I only yelled when we were going over rules because nobody could process that. To put it, I'm putting a little memo or a little video in the video, or in the KBHL video. But we spent probably 10 minutes arguing about an offsides rule.
Yeah.
That we never called because nobody could figure it out. So.
And we just got rid of cherry picking, which made it a lot easier.
Yeah, and if you watch, Jacob still does it.
Yeah.
So.
That's the goat though. So.
Yeah, no one disrespects Jacob.
You can't disrespect your goat.
The podcast legend.
Hey,
Jacob McKinnon.
He's on one appearance so far.
His video did do really well.
His video popped off.
His video did do really well. But that's all from me. Shorter actual podcast, but the interview and the giveaway are the star, and that's why we wanted to make.
We want to focus on. We've got a guy who's going to be a D1 athlete. Yeah. Hopefully, can go farther than a D1 athlete.
Yeah.
We want to focus on that because that's an important thing. We can't thank him enough for letting me take 15 minutes of his time. Obviously, he's a busy schedule. He was coming back from a deer hunt right when I was able to have an interview with him, but I appreciated Brett having
Brett, thank you so
coming
much.
about the podcast. Hopefully, we can have some other athletes on here. Hopefully, have Brett on again, but really want to focus on that. We'll post some snippets of that throughout the week. I'll post a little teaser Wednesday, which y'all would have already seen. And then we'll have podcast up whenever you're watching this. Posted it Thursday at 12. We're going to start off doing a more scheduled podcast thing, recording earlier in the week and scheduling it for Thursday, because I know you don't like it if I release it at 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday night or Thursday night, because then you're like, well, nobody's up at that time, nobody's watching the podcast.
No one gets the notification.
Yeah, and then what we've noticed is I post it like when people are going to be on their lunch break or looking at their phone, does a little bit better, and we all want to do better. So
I think our highest viewed one is like 90, and that was one of the more recent. That was the one with me and you when we did the unboxing.
Yeah, that's 11. It's got 91 views, I think. And we're up from last week. We got 64 subscribers.
Jeez,
that's what we're sitting at right now. 36 more. We need that by Thanksgiving. We got what's Thanksgiving? Today is the
23rd, right? Today's the 8th.
We got like 2 weeks. No, a little more.
Today's the 8th. So
yeah, we got a little 15 more.
Days.
Yeah, 15 days before that. So if we can get 36 subs in 15 days, I think the deal with Will and Tyler Show merch.
If we get 2 subs a day.
Hey,
maybe we upgrade to this. We will give away. We'll do what? 2 Will and Tyler Show hockey style jerseys.
I was thinking more mystery sticks.
Ooh, but
how many people? I don't know. We will figure out. There will be
some sort of merch.
Yeah, there will be a Will and Tyler Show.
If it's something like that, there will be a giveaway if we can hit 100 by the time we record. Because that video will go up on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but it won't be.
If we record that Wednesday, though, and we don't have it.
Yeah. So we're going to need to lock in. So it's going to be, might be by Thanksgiving, but if we got to have a little bit beforehand because obviously we enjoy our family time. We're going to be with our families on Thanksgiving. So,
and if, say, we do hit 100 on Thanksgiving Day, then maybe we'll change that, and then we can still do that.
There will be some kind of giveaway. If we hit 100, either while we're recording the Thanksgiving podcast or on Thanksgiving, we'll make something like that. And in goal, if we can't do that, 100 by the end of the year, and we'll give away. We'll decide that later. But let's focus on, I think, 100 by Thanksgiving. Let's make that push. We made a really big push. We gained, I think it was like 18 subs.
In like a week.
Yeah. We can make this happen. We got to lock in. Tell your friends, tell your family. It works.
Literally, all it is, it's free. It's one click.
One click, yeah.
If they
like, subscribe, share.
If they never watch it again, it's the least you guys can do just to help us out. As
Yeah.
viewers, it's the least you guys can do to help us out.
Because it lets us know people are like viewing stuff. Because if we like we said a lot, if we don't know we're doing stuff wrong or stuff people don't like, and you don't let us know,
Yeah.
how are we gonna
Hey
fix
guys,
it?
we want you guys to be more talkative. You know, we maybe have a comment a video.
Yeah,
and that's usually me
and
or Will.
Yeah, the YouTube shorts get the comments. Feel free to comment. If it's something that like, hey, I want y'all to do this, or why do y'all do this? I'm pretty good at replying.
Yeah.
I will get back to you. Same
Yeah.
thing with the only time they comment is when we do a giveaway. Which I might want to just for the bag, but it is what it is.
Give away every episode.
Yeah, we give away the password. 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, we give you the Will and Tyler Show password. I'll make
Hey,
that video.
I will give y'all this blanket. I will give y'all this French fry right here.
Mm-hmm.
This food's probably cold by now because I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, it might be a little chilly.
Nah, it's fine.
And be alright.
But we do want to thank you guys. This is a pretty chaotic episode. A lot going on. A lot of different clips. But we are really, really, really hoping that we can get a watch party.
Yeah.
Or figure out a way for you guys to see the video and for us to see the video as well. For the hockey video. So we're going to do some research on that. More than likely it's going to be Will because he's the brains behind the podcast. I kind of just talk. But
You talk and repost, you get the views.
I do kind of get...
I just be going on YouTube Studio.
But no, we're hoping we can get that done. And if not, maybe we just record our reactions.
Yeah, and if anything, we can angle it towards the TV. We have like a camera in the back, which is they can kind of see the pictures going on.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. We
Yeah.
can maybe set that up so that way it's facing this way, so it's not like reversed.
We will figure something out. Hopefully, by whenever we record for next week.
Well, I'm hoping the video can go up this weekend.
Yeah, so this weekend.
Saturday, the only night we might be able to do it would maybe be Friday night if it gets up in time, because that might be my only free day.
If it gets up, we'll work out. You all should be subscribed to the KBHL channel. So you'll see that notification, and then like a day or two afterward, you'll see hopefully a reaction video.
Yeah,
Of
and that
myself and you, and
Probably.
hopefully some.
probably Devin Jacob already said they, and that would be. So we did sign Dev to the Will and Tyler show.
He's on a
1 per 3 week.
deal.
Deal.
33% deal.
A 33% deal. That's a better way to put it. So we're hoping that we can get Dev on for the reaction, and same thing with Jacob, especially since it was the first game was oriented around Jacob, and it would be nice to ask Jacob some questions and Dev some questions.
Some reasoning behind some things.
So it would be nice to kind of do like a live interview during that. But enough of me yapping. I really appreciate you guys listening. However many views this guy gets, you guys don't understand. Just one view makes us happy.
Yeah.
If
Somebody's out there listening.
Somebody took the time out of their day to check out the video, and that's all that we ask for you guys to do, and just to spread the love. But we love you guys. We love all the support you guys give us. So that's enough out of me. Will, any closing remarks?
No, just closing some closing sports stuff. LSU lost.
Oh yeah. And Michigan State lost.
Michigan State lost.
And basketball.
JMU is locking in athletically. It's a gear change, and they're deciding to be good at sports now.
Yeah.
So good for them, but it's just been Frank around a regular time, but again, as much as we said before, we can't thank Brett enough, and hopefully some new people here are watching. They might have seen this from Brett's page or heard from Brett. But again, we appreciate everybody, like you said. Love you all. Give us some support and subscribing, liking, watching the videos. So we'll see you either next with a reaction video
or next week with the podcast.
So we'll see you then.
See you guys.